Hi folks, it's a beautiful sunny day, and this video is about solid state battery nonsense. I'm looking for electric cars. It would be nice to see some, especially if they had batteries that could charge very quickly and that didn't catch on fire. Now, I'm not saying solid state batteries that can charge really quickly are a bad idea. It's a good idea, but it's 2022 and they're very expensive. So even if people are very excited about solid state batteries to get rid of these terrible gas burning vehicles like we can see over there, it's not going to reduce our overbuilding. It's not going to reduce our overpopulation. We're still going to have a lot of pollution and health trouble even if we have solid state batteries, if we don't reduce our population and get back to a more natural environment, because we still have to make the energy to power the batteries, and a lot of mining, and people are going to be using the lower cost fossil fuels when people move over to solid state batteries or just electric vehicles in general. So the oil is still going to be there unless we get to the point where we say no burning of these environmentally harmful fossil fuels like coal, oil, gasoline, and so on. Then the pollution will still be with us. Because if cars move to electric power, people will still, unfortunately, burn coal to make the power go into the electric system. And so we have to reduce that. We need, we have to think holistically about the whole universe and the entire planet. And by the way, welcome to the Excellent Universe station channel. That's what this is all about, how to have a better time. And don't just look at one aspect of the planet or the economy. And so anyway, please click the thumbs up button to like the video. That's going to help other people get these wonderful ideas that are going to help them and you have a healthy, clean, less polluted life, and more peaceful, safe planet. And so thank you very much. Please also comment. That's going to help out a lot. And well, we've got noisy gas-powered vehicles today as we make this video, polluting the planet. I don't know if you can see the pollution there in the water. We're just densely overpopulated and cause a disaster where we don't see the seals, we don't see the turtles. There's not even a shoreline here. It's all concrete. People might say, what beautiful boats, what beautiful buildings. Well, it's beautiful if you don't mind that we're causing health problems and over polluting. It looks nice, but you should change your view on what's nice and what's not. A more natural space is actually a lot healthier. We've got so much pollution. People are frankly dying in the millions. Look it up. It's not as safe as you think on this planet. But so anyway, back to the solid state batteries. People are very excited about that, and it's a good idea, because to have electric vehicles, we need them to charge quickly. Not everybody can charge overnight. Not everybody can charge on the street. There's going to be a lot of competition for the chargers, and we need to have renewable energy, solar power, powering the grid, the electric grid here in the United States and other places. And we don't have that yet. Not enough if all the cars were electric, but I'm sure we'll make it happen. And but if you're thinking about investing in Solid Power or Quantumscape. Well, there are also Semi Solid. Those two I just mentioned are solid state battery companies. But there are so many competing companies working on solid state and semi solid state batteries. And so right now, if you Google it, you'll find there are some cars coming out in 2022, right this year, that are semi solid state. They'll be able to charge pretty quickly, but you have to ask yourself, what is the cost of the batteries? And it's very difficult to find out. I don't know how to find out. And so it might be that these batteries are good and low cost and therefore profitable and will help people to, have a low cost vehicle and transportation. It's possible, but you need to wait and see, and also see how long lasting they are in real world situations, because they might not last as long as we hope, and so it might not be the wonderful deal that everybody hopes it is. So with the stock market so overvalued right now in January 2022, it's incredibly overvalued. So maybe I would suggest extreme caution investing in anything right now, because people are very optimistic. You could say they're euphoric, and you need to look into the market cycles, which is, there are cycles to the economy and to the stock market. And even though we actually had what you could call a stock market crash in 2020, so 2 years ago, but it lasted such a short time that the valuations are back to being crazily high, and people are actually borrowing money to invest because the interest rates are very low on the borrowed money. But if there's a stock market crash, which there could be at any time due to the historically overvalued stock markets in the United States and troubles in other countries as well, so they could affect the stock markets. So there could be an incredible crash. People might find themselves unable to pay for the debt that they're in with they borrowed stocks and now they're worth much less than they paid for them. And so we could have bankruptcies, and then people might not be paying for their mortgages and their rents, so we could have foreclosures and landlords having trouble paying for their mortgages on rental houses. And so we could have possibly a very slow economy, another recession, and some people say even worse than the Roaring '20s and the Great Depression of the 1900s. People were excited back then. I don't know when the tulip craze was, but now we've got the cryptocurrency craze, and people have made so much money, thousands and thousands of percent gains on cryptocurrency. But very similar to tulips, people don't really need cryptocurrency. You don't, and it's hard to even use cryptocurrency. It's full of nonsense like mining. They pretend that they're mining the stuff, and they're using incredible amounts of energy, which is many times not renewable energy. So it's further damaging the environment. And because it's software, it's infinitely copyable, and there's no limit to the number of cryptocurrencies that we could have. And so it's a potential real disaster. And so as I said, don't get excited about these solid state batteries. Wait until the stock market is not overvalued if you want to invest, is my recommendation. This is not financial advice, okay? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a registered finance person, so do your own research. Maybe get a financial advisor, but this is just a plain old warning to be careful and watch what you're doing, please. And solid state batteries, you can look into it. It seems wonderful, but in some cases it's years away. We have semi-solid state coming out right now, and it looks good, but you don't know. Could be sort of smoke and mirrors. It may be deception, and these companies that claim they're doing things could be losing money, but they're just trying to gain an advantage short term and hope that the costs of production are coming down. So for example, SAIC, I believe, is making semi-solid state batteries right now. SAIC, you better look into that if you want to be sure. And it might, I'm not saying it's a terrible investment, maybe it is a good investment. You can comment below, but chances are the stock could come down in value. It's possible. So it might not be a good time to invest right now, and it's much wiser. As the wealthiest investor, Warren Buffett says he waits for a company to be profitable for 7 years and to be a leader, and also not investing in the automobile market is one of his hallmarks, because it's always constantly new technology which costs a lot to develop, and so what are called capital expenditures are very high. Capital is sort of the machines and other things, the factories and technology needed. Also, research and development costs are very high in the automobile industry, and so with electric vehicles and solid-state batteries, it's very questionable whether any of it is a good long-term investment, and so just be very careful. Although BYD company might be good, Tesla might be good when it's bought at the right price, and you might need to wait years and years. You have to be patient. So anyway, thanks for listening, and hope you get to have a quick charging vehicle. It'd be wonderful if it all works out. Okay, take care now.